Now, many of you know by now that last week Nio gave us their NEV insurance registrations, which of course you know the number is it was 4,100, right? And today, ladies and gents, we got to see the NEV insurance registrations for the period which started last week Monday until Saturday. And as seen on the screen, you'll notice that Nio reported NEV insurance registrations of 3,100. This is 1,000 vehicles lower, or 1,000 vehicles number than that number we saw last week of 4,100. I mean, this to me, obviously to some others it might be causing a panic, or it might not be a good thing, but to me I still think that it's still fine. I mean, any number be above 3,000 for me, I think it's still fine. Though I wanted more, although I wanted Nio to deliver at least 4,100 like they did last week, it's still fine. I guess we just have to give them some bit of time to, of course, adjust and deliver more vehicles. I mean, you will notice that other EV companies as well also saw like a bit of a struggle when it comes to the NEV insurance registration for last week. I mean, when you compare the kind of NEV insurance registrations against the other, of course, EV companies in China, yes, I know Liodo did very well, but when you compare Nio against like Tesla, Xpeng, you will notice that those, of course, companies did not do that well in terms of NEV insurance registrations, because Tesla last week did, of course, reported over 17,000. This week is 3,200. Should just tell you or shows you that, of course, this past week was not good to, of course, the number of EV makers in China, and to get to see that regardless of course, the impact that other companies had, Nio still managed to, of course, report 3,100. It is something that is, I think, it's not bad, or it has to just to make you see that this 3,100 we got to see from Nio today, it's not bad. Now, before, of course, we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about Nio. I mean, Nio, you will know if you've been following for some time that it is a stock that, of course, we disguise it quite a lot on this channel, as I believe in its fundamentals and its future prospects, and I believe that one way or the other this company will do very well, and it's in this EV industry to stay. It's not going anywhere, it's not going to die. This is a company that is doing everything absolutely right. Probably they just need to, of course, market more maybe their cars, but I believe that this is a company which is set for greatness. So if you are liking this kind of content, or if Nio is one of the stocks you like, so please do hit that like button, as it also helps with YouTube's algorithm. Otherwise, hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. So yes, I'm not sad that Nio saw 3,100 registrations for the previous week, but of course I hope to see, or I really wish we could get to see an improvement getting from these, and Nio continues, of course, improving in terms of the NEV insurance registrations, as the especially now we have officially started with the second half. I mean, this 3,100, it is the officially first week of the second half, or they are the NEV insurance registrations for the first week of the second half. And as Nio said, in the second half they are expecting to do very well in terms of sales. They are expecting to sell quite a number of cars, which is something that as investors we are waiting to see. That as retail investors, we really want to see, of course, Nio getting those big delivery numbers, which obviously we know that we might not get 30,000 vehicles on a month anytime soon, but in the Q4, honestly, I expect to see Nio delivering 30,000 vehicles. Before the Q3 ends, I expect Nio to deliver, at least start delivering 20,000 vehicles. In fact, I believe that this month we might see, or I personally believe that this month on Nio's deliveries, I personally believe that we might see a monthly record, because you will know that the current Nio record on a month to month right now is just over 15,000 vehicles, of which if Nio is to deliver 16,000 or more vehicles, that will be a new monthly record, which is, even though they don't get to the 20,000, they should at least beat that record of over 15,000 vehicles and at least deliver 16,000 vehicles. This is something that I think as an investor or as retail investors will really appreciate coming from Nio, because we'll know that indeed we are getting to see Nio delivering. So I'm very excited about what's coming, and the fact that Nio, it's one of the EV makers that really produced fairly good numbers in the NAV insurance registrations last week, makes me to be really excited about what's coming, because in good weeks I believe that Nio will still be at the tops, or in those weeks where we see of course most EVs flourishing, Nio will be at the top. And if they are producing the 3,100 at a time where we saw companies like Tesla reporting 3,200, it is something that obviously must just show you that we are due to see, of course, some good deliveries coming or unfolding in the upcoming weeks or months. So I'm very excited about what's coming. In fact, I think a lot of retail investors are starting to get excited. I mean, in the streets of social media, just yesterday, after when Nio finished the day up around 7% on the share price, I saw a lot of retail investors emphasizing that they like this stock. I saw retail investors of course pushing and saying that they believe in the long term of this company. So it is good to see that some of the retail investors who had left or sold their Nio holdings are starting to of course get the confidence back on this stock. And these, ladies and gents, as we get to see more investors coming and participating and buying the Nio stock, ladies and gents, based on the results that Nio will be producing, that is when we'll see of course the share price recovering. I'm very excited about that, and I cannot wait, like I said, the kind of deliveries that Nio will be producing, especially of course towards the end of Q3 and of course Q4. But I know that obviously it will be acceptable to me, as I said, for the July deliveries, it will be for Nio to beat their all-time record of over 15,000 vehicles. If Nio can produce 16,000 vehicles for this month, I'll still be excited, because it will be an improvement, or it will be a record, which is a good thing, right? Which shows growth, because Nio, you will know that they have launched almost all of their NT 2.0 cars. They're only left with one, which is the ES6, which it is expected to be launched also very soon. So I'm very happy and excited. And the fact that of course Nio is planning to sell, or targeting to sell at the minimum of 10,000 vehicles of one of their models, which is the ES6 this month, makes me to be hopeful to say that Nio, indeed, we might see them obviously beating the record of over 15,000 deliveries, and getting to around 16,000 deliveries, or over 16,000 deliveries, because though we don't know the breakdowns of how many ES6, how many EC7 and the others were sold, but I believe that Nio is on track. Nio will definitely deliver at the end of the day, though I'm not sure if they will still beat that, of course, 250,000 vehicles target which they set for themselves beginning of this year. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and I just thought I'd just give you these quick updates. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me. And before you buy Nio for the very first time, please, it is wise or good for you to do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing into the stock market. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.